on January 19. Immerse yourself in youth-led discussions at the Dynamic Youth Leadership Summit. Groove to the rhythm on January 20th at the Independence Calypso semifinals, culminating in the finals on January 27th. Feel the spirit of gratitude at the Gospel Fusion concert on January 21st. Show your support on January 28th by participating in the Round the Island Flag Relay and Parish Sport events. Cap off the month with the spectacular launch of the 50th Independence Historic and Art Exhibition. And that's just the beginning. Brace yourself for a full-throttle February as we gear up for the grand culmination of events. Visit GrenadaTurns50.gd to explore the full calendar and plan your participation. Join us on this united journey, celebrating the essence of Grenada's Golden Jubilee. One people, one journey, one future.
This is the MTV Evening News for Thursday, 11th January 2024. The news headlines come to you in association with Courts Grenada Limited.
Switch to a ready cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and hassle-free service, so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Coming up in the news this evening, mixed reviews on the blessing of same-sex couples. Residents explore a new approach in curbing gun violence. And in sports, Anglican High School wins inter-secondary netball tournament. The details when we come back.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News comes to you compliment Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
It's a happier holiday when every wish and dream can come alive for those you love and cherish with a loan from Nexa Credit Union. Just think of the experiences you could share, the surprises you could gift, and the memories you could make with a little extra in your pocket this Christmas. Our happier holiday loan is about the happiness and warmth it can bring because there's no need to worry. Unwrap more than just gifts. Experience heartfelt connections and joyous celebrations with family and friends. Get up to $50,000 for home furnishings, renovations, gifts, and more while enjoying easy repayment terms, affordable interest rates, and quick approvals. So, dream a little bigger and enjoy discounts galore at our favorite partner stores. Make your holidays happier with Nexa. Call us at 440-1354. Visit our website at nexacreditunion.com or email us at loans@nexacreditunion.com. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. A local Catholic priest revealed that members of the Catholic priesthood expressed mixed reviews on a document that promotes the blessing of same-sex couples. He further highlighted the challenges parents of the Catholic faith experience upon learning that their children have same-sex preferences. More in this report.
During this week's Good News Catholic program, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese, Clyde Harvey, says in a recent meeting of the Catholic clergy, they had the opportunity to pursue the documents issued by Pope Francis in December regarding the blessing of same-sex couples. In an earlier report, Bishop Harvey sought to provide clarity on the document, stating that it affirms the belief that no one is exempt from receiving a blessing and there should be no discrimination. According to him, despite differing opinions on the subject, it was a worthwhile discussion.
So we had a wonderful meeting of clergy on Tuesday of this week, and I call it wonderful because I put this document on the table because I just wanted to know what my priest felt about it. There's a time when the priests are supposed to bring up their own issues, and nobody brought it up. But I knew there was some rumbling there, and I wanted to put that up on the table. And we had a wonderful meeting. Not because everybody agreed with the bishop, no, but because people shared how they felt or they knew, and I felt good about that.
Good.
We have priests in the diocese who agree with the document. We have priests in the diocese who don't agree with it and who will probably never bless. But what we have is a clergy that wants to know what is God asking of us in all of this.
There are other categories of people who are often marginalized as well, Harvey says.
My fundamental insight into the document is that the Pope is saying we need to understand that there are people in the church who feel excluded. And it's not only gay people, it is divorced and remarried people, right? It is single parents who feel that they are rejected by a priest when they come for baptism, and the priest tells them, sorry, unless you bring the father, I can't baptize the child. And therefore, I think a lot of priests don't realize that that is interpreted to mean, I can't bless your child. And therefore they go somewhere else because they believe that God's blessing ought to be available to their child.
He also emphasizes with members of the Catholic faith who are faced with the dilemma that their children have same-sex preferences.
I have tremendous sympathy today for those people who are good Catholics and who discover that their children belong to this LGBTQ community. That's painful for a lot of Catholics. And they have to come to a point where they're able to understand that as much as you may reject this particular activity, that person is still your child. And I want to applaud those parents because I know one or two parents who have given their time to helping other parents come to grips with that. And if this document helps them to feel that they are not rejected by the church, fantastic.
In December last year, Pope Francis granted his formal approval, allowing Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples as long as it does not resemble marriage, while affirming the Church's stance that marriage is between a man and a woman. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akil Aberdeen.
Residents within the town of St. George are exploring a new approach to curb the increase in illegal firearms and gun violence on island, and they are hopeful that a meeting of the minds can help chart the way forward. We get more in this report.
On Wednesday, Member of Parliament for the town of St. George, Honourable Peter David, joined forces with Dr. Bert Braffett and Archdeacon Michael Marshall to spearhead a meeting with young men within the constituency, up for discussion ways to curb the increase in gun crimes and clamping down on illegal firearms. Member of Parliament for the town of St. George, Honourable Peter David, says the meeting became necessary to find short and long-term solutions to a problem that, if left unchecked, can lead to more deadly outcomes.
Yes, these concerns have been raised here. They've been raised before. As everyone is well aware, I represent many of the people who are sometimes involved in crime. And I speak with the parents. I'm always involved. Throughout my entire life, I've been involved in trying to get these kids back on the right track. It is easy for society to cast persons who offend the law in a corner, but they will come back at you. You can cast them aside, but they live in Grenada. So we have to find solutions. And I know many of them. I have represented many of them. I'm very close to their families. The mothers, for the most part, are the ones who I deal with all the time. I do hope that with the engagement of the mothers, hopefully the fathers get more involved. They've hardly been involved. The community, the police, the government, everybody, we can find solutions. You will never eliminate crime. But the gun crime has become risen nearly to epidemic levels.
David is calling on the business communities, government, and the Royal Grenada Police Force to get involved.
So we decided to pull the leaders of the communities together, persons who are known to live in those areas and to do business in the areas, and some young people who have been on the other side of the law in recent times. The problem is not only affecting the businesses in the area, but it's affecting the elderly, affecting persons who are in their homes. I mean, when you hear 10 gunshots go off at night, you must be worried about your own safety.
Director of the parish of St. George in Grenada, Archdeacon Michael Marshall, says he grew up on the Carnage and he is happy to be a part of this initiative.
Well, first we would like them to tone down the activities that we have concerns over and other persons as it were. And at the same time to have them voice to us their concern and see how best we could channel energies into positive levels.
Wednesday's meeting saw the participation of young men from the Carnage and 4 roads. One man who was a part of the meeting spoke on the significance of the discussions for him and his peers.
Well, it's very important, because the way things is taking place around with guns being fine, don't mind people getting damaged, and so just the initiative of gun being fine is a very importance of something to be really concerned about. No, not to my knowledge you have any sort of gang war taking place, a fight taking place. It's just a few set of men who have guns in their hand and just automatically like toys, playing with it.
There are plans to set up a committee for engagement with more community members on ways to stop the disturbing trend. For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
Aimed at creating a tailored, comprehensive approach for providing quality women's health services, aligning with and enhancing the current health infrastructure in the country, the McKinney Foundation for Women's Health opened a pro bono women's clinic in Grandlands, St. George. Akela Aberdeen has the details.
The mission of the clinic is to offer pro bono treatment and care to patients suffering from obstetric trauma, gynecologic and pelvic disorders, pelvic pain, and prolapse, among others, while maintaining the highest ethical standards. Owner of the women's clinic is Dr. Timothy McKinney.
One is my specialty is female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery. What does that mean? It means that if you have things that fall apart from childbearing, if you have prolapse, you have urinary incontinence, you have problems that develop from childbearing, if you're torn up pain, these are all areas very much my expertise. If somebody was born without the right anatomy from different genetic predispositions, I can end up helping those patients out as well. But the biggest thing is we're trying to end up getting an outreach to all those patients that don't have this ability on the island. I look forward to helping and being referred patients that anybody else would feel uncomfortable with. I deal with laparoscopic surgery was my specialty.
Dr. McKinney proudly stated that this has been in the pipeline for a long time and he's happy to finally be at the opening stage. Newly appointed Minister for Health, Honorable Philip Telesford, praises this initiative.
We recognize in Grenada, and in particular the cabinet, that there is a huge challenge as far as healthcare is concerned in Grenada. And we really honor and respect the contribution that you have been making.
Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell was present at the opening ceremony and gave brief remarks.
Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for the commitment to serve Grenadians, particularly women. And to a large extent, I believe the underserved and the underprivileged are the ones who are going to benefit most from this clinic, and we're very, very happy for that. So thank you very much.
The Pro Bono Women's Clinic is located at the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC, building in Frequente Industrial Park, Grandland, St. George. Treatment at the clinic is free for anyone making less than $3,000 EC a month. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akila Aberdeen.
With Grenada's main opposition party announcing its intention to host its party convention this year after a one-year hiatus, a political analyst says the timing is appropriate as the party needed time to recover from its defeat at the last general elections before hosting an event that plays a pivotal role in shaping the party's leadership. Details in this report.
Professor and political analyst Damian Graves weighed in on the recent announcement made by opposition New National Party chairman Oliver Joseph that the party will be hosting its long-awaited party convention this year. The new National Party suspended the annual event for over a year, following its defeat at the polls in June 2022, with political leader Honorable Keith Mitchell citing the need to revamp the party. According to Graves, the timing of this latest announcement is appropriate.
After the loss, there would have to be some bloodletting, so to speak. After the loss, you would have to contend with some of the issues that obtain. You probably would have to do research as to the reason why you lost. After the situation with the Honorable Delma Thomas, basically beginning to relate to the public certain things that she experienced, the party would then have to regroup, reset the button, rethink, reorganize, even from the perspective of ideology, even from the perspective of certain principles and so on. So one well understands that there would be a need for a period of reflection.
He also believes that the highly anticipated event, being dubbed a leadership convention, speaks volumes as to the direction of the party.
Remember before, it was almost incontestable that somebody would challenge the Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell. Right now, leadership is on the line because basically what we are saying is that the party, to some extent, experienced a bit of an implosion. What do I mean by that? Ideas began to contend, well within the spirit of democracy in any political party. The blame game. That's why I talk about the bloodletting. Some people out there saying certain things, some people for, some people against, some people blaming Dr. Keith Mitchell for the loss, some people looking at other parameters that may have led to the loss. And therefore, you have to allow those ideas to contend and to allow the dust to settle on the loss and on the period of introspection to then move forward and reset the button and decide what is going to happen.
Graves also weighed on Joseph's announcement regarding his intention to retire from active politics after losing the St. David's seat to Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell after having held onto his seat for 2 consecutive election cycles.
The House has come of age. It has been there, done that. Maybe there's a time for fresh blood as well. And there are some people who may be of a particular age, and even not of a particular age chronologically, a particular age from the perspective of experience. And maybe you need to, and it doesn't mean that you must throw out the baby with the bathwater. All right? What we are saying, you now look at perhaps a new generation coming in.
For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
Meanwhile, according to Dr. Justin Pear, a change in leadership for the new National Party would have yielded more favorable results for the NNP in the 2022 general elections. He says data suggests that further delays in a change in party leadership will not work in their favor.
So when we were conducting this survey, when we were conducting in 2022, we asked persons, hey, if Dr. Keith Mitchell, because they were saying that one for the road, this is his last.
Yeah.
We asked people, if Dr. Mitchell was not running, would not contest the election, and you had to elect a leader, we asked his supporters that. Okay? We asked his supporters, and his supporters indicated Peter David, Emlyn Pierre, Akima Lambert, and some other and someone else. Yeah. Okay, but Peter David, his supporters, the majority of his supporters indicated that it was Peter David. So this is the data. We have the syntax. We have the frequency tables. We have it. We have all the data on that, and it is. So we do not understand. I mean, how a statistician, a renowned statistician as Dr. Mitchell, how would he jettison an idea like that? It's not to say that our firm is, we that's what we do. Okay, we have data. What makes our company different is that we have data on the voting population in almost every country in the region.
That's the first segment of news. More news when we come back.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News came to you in association with Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
It's a happier holiday when every wish and dream can come alive for those you love and cherish with a loan from Nexa Credit Union. Just think of the experiences you could share, the surprises you could gift, and the memories you could make with a little extra in your pocket this Christmas. Our Happier Holiday Loan is about the happiness and warmth it can bring because there's no need to worry. Unwrap more than just gifts. Experience heartfelt connections and joyous celebrations with family and friends. Get up to $50,000 for home furnishings, renovations, gifts, and more while enjoying easy repayment terms, affordable interest rates, and quick approvals. So, dream a little bigger and enjoy discounts galore at our favorite partner stores. Make your holidays happier with Nexa. Call us at 440-1354. Visit our website at nexacreditunion.com or email us at loans@nexacreditunion.com. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Petit Matinee Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Get ready, football fans. This is your invitation to the most thrilling football event to kick off the new year. Welcome to the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. The semi-finals are ready to ignite Montrouge playing field in Grand Anse, St. George, and you're invited to witness the excitement. Mark your calendars for Saturday, January 13th. The first electrifying match kicks off at 1 p.m. sharp, featuring the dynamic St. John's Sport taking on Eagles Super Strikers. Feel the passion, witness the skill, and cheer for your favorites. But wait, there's more. At 3 p.m., the action continues with St. Andrews Football League clashing with the formidable GBSS FC. It's a battle of strategy, strength, and sheer willpower. You don't want to miss a single moment of this epic showdown. And then the grand finale. Join us again on Saturday, January 20th for the championship match. The stakes are higher and the excitement is at its peak. Best part, admission is absolutely free. Bring your friends, family, and every football enthusiast you know. It's a celebration of talent, teamwork, and the spirit of youth football. So are you ready to be part of the action? We'll see you at Montrouge Playing Field on Saturday 13th and Saturday 20th January for the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. Let the games begin.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
Youth leaders and young people with big dreams, now is your time. We want you to be involved in Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence.
If you're between the ages of 14 and 30, you are invited to participate in the Youth Symposium. January 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Radisson Beach Resort.
We're bringing together the nation's sharpest young minds for a day of innovation, collaboration, and empowerment.
Registration is free, but space is limited. Visit the Grenada Tons 50 social media pages for the registration form or speak to your school's principal.
This is not just an event. It's a movement.
The Youth Symposium for Grenada's 50th independence. Let's make history together. Because in Grenada, I can, you can, we can.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Cheers to You loan. Get up to $50,000 repayable in up to 10 years and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Welcome back. The individual at the center of the controversy with fishermen from Duquesne, St. Mark, is telling his side of the story following accusations that he is illegally dumping tires on the bay and blocking the lagoon. Last Thursday, MTV News shared with viewers the concerns of fishermen in the area, accusing Denson Edwards of illegal dumping and threatening marine life. However, Edwards says his actions were meant to protect his property and return the beach to its natural state. He believes the issue was brought on by sand mining.
Sand mining is the issue that created the problem in the first place. This is the secluded area of the beach, and a number of trucks will come here and remove the sand in the night when I'm not there. Meaning truckloads and truckloads of sand will come out here, which created a big hole. So this part of the beach was relatively weak in terms of having a big hole here. So when the river comes down very heavy, or the sea comes very heavy, it weakened this part of it. As a result of that, the river would have changed its course. Naturally, it's for the river to go straight into the sea. But the river bend a corner and swinging and running along the beach. As when you came here Saturday, you would have seen the water passing along the bank, going right down. It created a depth for my boat, which was about 2-3 feet. When my boat come out and fish, I basically had to get a truck to pull it up.
Fishermen in Duquesne says this is an issue they have been dealing with for quite some time, and they are concerned about potential damage to the reef and pollution in the parish. Edwards says while he understands the concerns, he acted in good faith and he bears no malintent.
Which way you see the water was passing, it was not as strong as maybe here was. So with the heavy rains that passed the other day, the river start passing in front of it. So when I came, I saw it and knew it would have cut the land again and cut the bank again. So as a result of that, I took some tires and I put it temporary to kind of divert the water to go straight, because it's natural for the water to go straight, not to bend a corner and go down the street. So I put the tires, I put the sandbags, some garbage bag inside of the tires to stop the water from passing, to allow the water to go straight. That was late the evening. The following day, I came back with some more tires. I put on the tires there and I tie all the tires. Now I could understand the fishermen concern. The fishermen concern on them is genuine. When I mean genuine, I mean if tires going in the sea and it is creating a problem for them with the casting in it, that's a genuine concern and I respect that. The first set of tires that I put here 6 years ago, when I did it, I did not tie so many tires to the front. So I didn't think that maybe the sea could have go with them tires on them, honestly. But the rough sea came and a few in the tires went out in the sea. You could go down right down my little rat place there. He would pick up some of them tires on them and actually put it in front of his property. If you just walk down and see a little parlor there, he put the tires and he asked me for it and he put it there. So yes, tires did go in the sea, and the concern the fishermen have is genuine and I respect that. But the second tires that I put there, I take my time and I properly tie it with wire, with plastic and such. The plastic cannot rotten. I tie them properly and I fill all of them with stone. And basically, the lagoon start taking its natural course, because basically I didn't put no, people were saying, I mean how a man could put tire in the river. I didn't put no tire in the river, I put the tire at the side of the bank.
The tires which were placed in the lagoon were removed by a tractor on Wednesday. As we draw closer to Grenada's 50th Jubilee celebrations, the National Organizing Committee continues to unveil a host of activities geared at embracing the island's rich culture and history. Upcoming events formed the focus of Wednesday night's community forum on MTV. Kayla Flavany has the details.
One of the major events to mark Grenada's Golden Jubilee is the National Independence Calypso Monarch, carded for January 27th at the Sate's bus terminal. Meanwhile, anticipation remains high for the semi-finals on Saturday, January 20th at the Passages playing field, where 20 of Grenada's best will vie for a spot in the final. Head of the National Organizing Committee Secretariat, Gail Purcell, says the committee is working steadfastly to make the Big 50 a success. She says one of the main activities to take place on the mainland is Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell's 50 Years and Beyond display on February 5th.
It gives an opportunity to lay that foundation, integrate some of what you're talking about, and challenge us as members, citizens of the country, to start to think about where we see ourselves fitting in that future plan and how we want Grenada to be. Because at our stage, we're not going to be here for the next 50.
That's right.
You know, but our younger people will be. And we need to start to lay a foundation for them that they're going to start being the ones to see themselves as the future leaders. And I think additionally to that, the Youth Leadership Forum, which is part of the celebrations as well, which kicks off next week, is also an opportunity for the young people to play an integral role and start to see themselves as part of the planning for the future of Grenada.
This weekend, Carriacou will enjoy a family fun day, while the kayak invasion is experienced in Petite Martinique. Amanda James is the coordinator of events on the Sister Isles.
In January, there has always been Carriacou's independence activities before the national activities.
Really?
Nothing has changed for the 50th. So we're having our independence activities, we're joining in the festivities. We're part and parcel of the NOC. We have Carriacou being represented in myself. Senator Cox is also on the NOC. So we have not been left out, and for that we are grateful.
Theme for the 50th Jubilee celebrations is One People, One Journey, One Future. And the National Organizing Committee says all planned activities will take citizens on a marvelous trip down memory lane and appreciation of the island's many struggles and countless accomplishments. Purcell encourages a deep reflection on the theme, stating that this year's independence presents an opportunity for the nation to unite.
Grenada is the one thing that brings us all together, irrespective of where you sit, what your preferences may be. What do you want to see for your country? And I think that is where, as individuals in communities, as leaders in different positions, we have that obligation and responsibility to put all differences aside and say this is country. And it's all about country, because when we go out there and we represent Grenada, we don't represent any small p politics. We represent one flag, and that's the way we are viewed.
Grenada's 50th independence will be officially observed on February 7th, and government has invested $7.5 million EC for the hosting of year-long celebrations in every parish. For MTV News, Kayla Flavany.
Representatives from the National Insurance Scheme, or the NIS, engaged in public discussions on Thursday, where persons were informed on some of the changes regarding pensions for 2024. Details in this Akela Aberdeen report.
As of January 1st, 2024, there has been an increase in the pensionable age, inclusive of the life certificate update, and an increase in the minimum weekly pension amount. The pensionable age was increased from 60 to 61. Public Relations Officer at the NIS, Lisa Douglas, explained that despite the gradual age increase, pensioners still have the flexibility to claim at an earlier age. However, it will be at a reduced pension rate.
Despite the increase, you have that window between age 60 and 65, well, up to age 64, where you can decide, you know what, I want my pension early, but it will be at a reduced rate. So we would calculate your pension, and for every year you claim earlier than the retirement age, there would be a 5% reduction. So for persons this year, if you decide, I want my pension this year, after we calculate your pension, there would be a reduction of 5%.
She urged pensioners to update their life certificates via video call, in person, or the online portal to avoid suspension of pension.
We need you ever so often to certify that, hey, I'm still alive, so it prevents the NIS from paying a pension to somebody who is now deceased. So once a year, pensioners are required to do that certification. So it's called a life certificate. You're certifying that I'm still alive and kicking and continue to send my pension to my financial institution. So persons have a number of ways they can do so.
Douglas gave details on the increase in the minimum weekly pensions.
There is a minimum weekly amount where if we calculate your pension and it falls below that amount, we bump you up to that amount. So we would increase your weekly rate. And that weekly rate was previously $46.40. That is increasing to $58 weekly. So for pensioners who are at the minimum weekly, they would see an increase.
The National Insurance Scheme encourages citizens to familiarize themselves with the recent changes. Reporting for MTV News, I am Akil Aberdeen.
That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
At Ariza, we find ways to celebrate you. Little wins or bigger ones. Working hard and staying on track. Meet your need while saving for your dreams with our Cheers to You loan. Get up to $50,000, repayable in up to 10 years, and benefit from a lump sum saving when the loan is repaid. Live those dreams. Follow those steps. Take that leap of faith or invest in yourself. Make a toast. Lift a glass. Cheers to you. Join today and apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
Celebrate Christmas and New Year with the NLA's exciting You Must Win promotion. Spend $15 or more in a single ticket purchase on Daily Pick 3, Daily Cash 4, or Playway, and just like that, you have chances to win prizes valued at over $100,000. Winning is easy. Simply check your tickets for the words "You won," free cash, free phones, free tablets, or free Instacash tickets. But wait, that's not all. You can also win free raffle entries for chances to win not one but 2 cars in NLA's You Must Win promotion. Promotion runs December 1st, 2023 to January 31st, 2024. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 18 and over to participate. The NLA, making your Christmas and New Year dreams come true.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable, solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Youth leaders and young people with big dreams, now is your time. We want you to be involved in Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence.
If you're between the ages of 14 and 30, you are invited to participate in the Youth Symposium. January 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Radisson Beach Resort.
We're bringing together the nation's sharpest young minds for a day of innovation, collaboration, and empowerment.
Registration is free, but space is limited. Visit the Grenada Turns 50 social media pages for the registration form or speak to your school's principal.
This is not just an event. It's a movement.
The Youth Symposium for Grenada's 50th independence. Let's make history together. Because in Grenada, I can, you can, we can.
Why wish upon a star? Co-op Bank is better by far.
This Christmas, make all your wishes come true with Co-op Bank. Get 100% financing on new vehicles and up to $50,000 cash with discounted rates. No security required. Drive out in style. Make those home renovations. Treat your family and friends and get everything on your Christmas list this year. Apply today and you can be one of 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Or how about some extra fuel for that new ride? And that's not all. Use our electronic banking channels to do transactions and win big. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
Our Tri-Island state is rich with history, full of the world's most charismatic people, and an unstoppable force of progress. Grenadians, we have 50 years of achievements to celebrate. Join in the celebration of a lifetime, Grenada's Golden Jubilee, commemorating the anniversary of 50 years of independence. We are marking this milestone with a spectacular series of events honoring our culture, history, and progress. Whether you're at home or abroad, you don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime celebration. Visit GrenadaTurns50.gd to explore the full schedule of events and find out how you can participate in the Golden Jubilee celebrations. You can also stay in the loop on all things Jubilee by following our social media pages Grenada Turns 50. Grenada's 50th Independence Anniversary. One people, one journey, one future. Be a part of history.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
We now join Donessa Panchu for this evening's Regional Roundup.
This is the Regional Roundup for today. I am Donessa Panchu. Voting is ongoing in St. Martin for its 2024 parliamentary elections at 20 polling stations across the Dutch Caribbean island. The polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. The total number of registered voters for the January 11th, 2024 elections is 2,553. Police officers from the other Dutch Caribbean islands of KPA, KPCN, and KPC, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao have arrived on the islands to assist with maintaining peace and security during the parliamentary elections. 8 political parties have offered up 129 candidates to vie for the 15 parliamentary seats. The members of parliament shall be elected by proportional representation. The political parties contesting are the National Alliance, United St. Martin Party, National Opportunity Wealth, Empire Cultural Empowerment Association, United People Party, Party for Progress, Unified Resilient St. Martin Movement, and Democratic Party. In 2020, a coalition government was formed following the result of that election with Sylvia Jacobs at the helm as the Prime Minister. Up until news time, the official election results weren't given as yet. Dancehall artist Popcorn was fined $6,000 when he appeared in the Morant Bay Courthouse in St. Thomas on Wednesday. The entertainer pleaded guilty to 4 charges stemming from occurrences at Unruly Fest on December 23rd. Popcorn hurled insults at the police after they pulled the plug on the event shortly before 5 p.m. Cops told entertainers who were on stage at the climax of the event that after allowing an extra hour, it was time to go. According to the authorities, Unruly Fest was scheduled to end at 4 a.m. Following the event, Popcorn was charged with the use of indecent language, disorderly conduct, abusive and calumnious language, issuing a threat to police officers, and breaches of the Noise Abatement Act. On Wednesday, the artist was fined $1,500 for the charges. The DJ is to return to court on February 9th, at which time the court is expected to decide on breaching the Noise Abatement Act. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is probing the death of an American tourist. Police reported a 66-year-old man who is a resident of New Jersey was snorkeling near Atoll Island yesterday when he began experiencing difficulties. Cops said the man was rescued and he collapsed while attempting to board the vessel. Personnel on board the vessel immediately registered CPR to the victim, who was transported to the Paradise Island, where emergency medical technicians await his arrival. The victim, who remained unresponsive, was subsequently taken to the hospital, where he was examined by a doctor who pronounced him dead. Police said in a statement. The man, who is of Asian descent, was the latest in a string of American tourists who died while participating in water activities in the Bahamas. And finally, in the regional roundup in Trinidad. Unfazed by the police, parents of the St. Dominic's RC Primary School and residents staged another fiery protest in Pennell, calling on the authorities to build a new school. The action came a day after officials held a meeting and suggested that the students be relocated to the Pennell Fire Station and another primary school. "We don't want that, we want a new school," shouted a protester. Several areas in Pennell, Rock Road, Church Street, and Lacos Road are blocked. Despite the heavy police presence, the protesters burned debris and blocked vehicular traffic. Parents began protesting last week after they complained about unsafe conditions at the Pennell Community Center, where some students were relocated in 2017 after an earthquake damaged the building. And that's it for this evening's Regional Roundup. I am Donessa Pancho.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news when we come back.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Switch to a Ready Cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and hassle-free service, so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
Why wish upon a star? Co-op Bank is better by far.
This Christmas, make all your wishes come true with Co-op Bank. Get 100% financing on new vehicles and up to $50,000 cash with discounted rates. No security required. Drive out in style. Make those home renovations. Treat your family and friends and get everything on your Christmas list this year. Apply today and you can be one of 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Or how about some extra fuel for that new ride? And that's not all. Use our electronic banking channels to do transactions and win big. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Christmas wishes come true with Co-op Bank and you.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
Anglican High School wins inter-secondary netball tournament. That story and more coming up in sports.
The MTV Evening Sports is brought to you in association with Courts, bringing value home.
Now here is Akela Abdeen with this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Anglican High School is the winner in the senior division of the Ministry of Sports, D's Sports Shop, Inter-Secondary School Netball Tournament. In a continuation of the final match in the senior division on Wednesday, 10th January 2024 at the Tanti Netball Complex, the Anglican High School was determined to take it home and defeated Bishop's College 43-26. Rains interrupted the finish of the match in December 2023, which was into the third quarter and 8 minutes into the fourth quarter, where the score was 25-21. MVP for Anglican High School in the senior division is Anya Redhead, and the winning is coach Miss Barbara Simpson. The semi-final matchups are now set following an exciting weekend of football in the Sandals Grenada Football Association National Under-15 Tournament. In a thrilling showdown at Victoria Park, SAFL edged out SAB Spartans 2-1 to advance. The second matchup saw Hardrock and GBSS FC battle to a 1-1 draw after regulation, with GBSS FC prevailing 4-1 on penalty kicks to move on. Over at Cuthbert Peters Park, St. John's, Sports shut out Paradise FC International 3-1, while Eagles Super Strikers and the RGPF Saint Forces played to a draw before Eagles won 6-5 on penalties. The semi-finals are sure to feature more edge-of-your-seat action when they kick off on Saturday at Montrouge. Quote, "This tournament has showcased some of the best young talent in the country," end quote, said GFA President Marlon Glean. "We are excited to see these future stars compete for a place in the final." The semi-finals will see SAFL take on GBSS FC at 1:00 p.m. The second matchups put St. John's Sports against Eagles Super Strikers at 3:00 p.m. With a spot in the championship on the line, fans can expect a high level of competition from these young athletes. Don't miss the thrills and skills on display when the National Under-15 semi-finals kick off this Saturday. Grenada's football future will be decided on the pitch. Grenadian Teddy Bishop, together with Guyanese wicketkeeper batsman Tevin Imlach, were selected to join the ODI squad to make their debut at the West Indies Senior for the West Indies vs Australia, to be played in Australia in February. Bishop has impressed with the bat on assignments for the West Indies Academy during the recent CG United Super 50 Cup and Academy Series against emerging Ireland. Speaking about the squads to face Australia, CWI lead selector, the Most Honourable Desmond Haynes, said, quote, "On the back of the series win against England, we are expected our ODI team to be very competitive in Australia. We have some new inclusions who have impressed over a significant period and a couple of returning players who we think will have an impact. For the T20 International Series, this forms part of our crucial preparations for the upcoming T20 World Cup where we are hosts. We are hoping to build on strong overall performances against India and England and to keep improving as we approach the major tournament," end quote. The executive and membership of the Grenada Cricket Association Association extend congratulations to Teddy Bishop on his selection to the West Indies senior team for the ODI component of Australia. That's all in today's sports. I am Akil Aberdeen.
The weather and a recap of the headlines when we come back.
The MTV Evening Sports was brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
Good Thursday evening, viewers. Once again with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Dwayne Williams. Some much welcome showers today. Complements a weak surface troughing that's moved across the eastern Caribbean. Cloudiness associated with that trough, and the trough itself would move slowly across the region, drifting a bit to the south as it does so, bringing some more showers tonight. There is a much stronger trough, or deeper trough, if you want to put it that way, over the northern Caribbean and stretching off into the Atlantic. It brought some heavy to moderate showers over the northern Caribbean islands. We are seeing some slight haze heading our way, very slight. However, conditions would not deteriorate in any significant way. A bit denser further east, but as that haze moves across the Atlantic, it is dissipating, so don't expect much change in visibility from it. The cloudiness with that weak troughing is going to move across the islands tonight and into tomorrow, bringing some more showers with it. We still are looking at the southern trajectory of that the stronger trough north of the islands, and see how far it is going to drift to the south. Tonight's forecast is for some scattered showers, mostly over the central and northern part of the island. Easterly winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Minimum temperature around 23. And the next few nights are going to feel a bit cooler, as some cold air is injected into the region from the north. The moon is going to rise tomorrow at 7:39 in the morning and set tomorrow night at 7:25. Some isolated showers on Friday. They could become a bit more frequent into the afternoon as that trough line moves across the islands. Northeasterly winds between 10 and 22 miles per hour with choppy seas, 4 to 5 foot waves. Sunrise is at 6:30. The sun is going to set at 5:59. Temperature will still climb to around 30 despite the cloudiness and the expected showers. It will feel like 38. The UV index will be moderate. Fair conditions for Port of Spain. By afternoon into evening, they could see a change in conditions and some showers developing by then. Showers for Bridgetown, mostly sunny in Kingston, partly cloudy in both Miami and New York. London should be cloudy. Back here at home, as that trough moves through, partly cloudy conditions on both Saturday and Sunday, but still with about a 50% chance of showers still. Generally fair conditions are expected to take over from Monday through to the next weekend. That is it for me for Thursday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again right here on Friday as we take a look at the weekend's weather forecast.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Mixed reviews on the blessing of same-sex couples. Residents explore a new approach in curbing gun violence. And in sports, Anglican High School wins inter-secondary netball tournament. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Troy Gill. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Lynn Agatha Baritow, also known as Lynn George of Duquesne, who resided at Nunperel St. Mark and at Shepherd's Bush, London, England, passed away on Monday, 27th November 2023, at the age of 89. She was the mother of Louisa George Charles, Shirley Claudette George, Martin Baritow, and Mark Baritow, adopted mother of Alwyn Thomas, grandmother of Tyrone Charles, Janelle Charles Ratu, Jason Charles, Jamie Charles, Shomari Charles, Amina Baritow, Kanisha Baritow Thomas, Giovanna Baritow, Chloe Baritow, and Shadoni Wilner, sister of Juliana Fletcher in England and Cuthbert George in Trinidad, aunt of Martin Keith Fletcher, Barbara George, Leah Finder Fletcher Fraser, Leslie Ann Ross, Lynthia Richardson, Diane Nelson, Valmont Nelson, Cuthbert George Jr., Jennifer George, and Donna George, grand aunt of Tyreek, Micah, Tylem, Trey, and Amaya. Other relatives and friends including Alan Charles and family, Paula Cyrus, Miss Ammon Peters, Martha Cainrow Charles, Conroll Charles, Gregory Phillips, Reverend Junie, Reverend Patrick, and Christine Caliste. Many relatives in England, the USA, Trinidad, and Grenada, including friends and neighbors of Duquesne Bay, River Sally, Waltham, Resource, and Nunperel St. Mark. The funeral of the late Lynn Agatha Baritow, also known as Lynn George of Duquesne, who resided at Nunperel St. Mark and at Shepherd's Bush, London, England, will take place on Monday, January 15th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Satires Pentecostal Church, and interment will be at the Marley Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Galen Toussaint, also known as Chinky, of Windsor Forest, St. David, who resided at Grand Arms, St. George, died on Saturday, December 23, 2023, at the age of 44. Left to cherish her memory are her loving mother, Agnes Dale Toussaint Victor, stepfather, Stephen Lincoln Victor, stepmother, Hazel Smith, brothers Lyndon and Leon Victor, Devon Smith, Dwight Jacob, Shaunson Batiste, Linton Pear, and Kurt Felix, sisters Abigail Toussaint, Lynthia and Linda Victor, Janelle Jacob, and Nisha Smith, close companion David Roberts, many nieces and nephews including Ariel, Delia, Maya, Roquella, Amaya, and Paul, grand aunt of Deja Thomas, aunts Cynthia, Andres, Amelia, Jennifer, Anne-Marie, Carol, and Fraser, uncles Cecil, John, and George Toussaint, cousin of many, godmother of many, goddaughter of Glenna Telesford, 2 sisters-in-law, 2 brothers-in-law, many other relatives and friends including the Toussaint, Telesford, Victor, Jacob, Smith, Batiste, Albert, and Mark families. Staff at the Mount Gay and General Hospital, and friends and neighbors of Windsor Forest, Cafe Bow Hill, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Galen Toussaint, also known as Chinky, of Windsor Forest, St. David, who resided at Grand Arms, St. George, will take place on Tuesday, January 16th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Windsor Forest Prayer of Faith Sanctuary, and interment will be at the Windsor Forest Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Dennis Lamore Henry of Upper Capitol St. Andrew, who resided at Cemetery Hill and Woolwich Road, St. George's, passed away on Tuesday, December 5th, 2023 in the USA, at the age of 75. He was the husband of Claudette Henry, father of Suzanne, Irwin, Alvin, Astu and Dennis Henry, Loxley Church, and Vondell Palmer, grandfather of Kamali Henry, Tavon Ledlow, Trevon and Coma, Azaria Henry, Semaya and Anya Henry, Loxley, Curland and Selina Church, and Asher John, great-grandfather of Akio and Jonte, brother of Esther Henry in Grenada, Norma and Twine in London, Lennox Lyons in Tobago, and Olson Henry in Canada, father-in-law of Lorna Rennick Henry, brother-in-law of Augustine and Twine and Lyle Lyons, nephew of Charles Hopkin, uncle of Pauline and Akeisha Henry, Stephen and Joseph and Twine, Vanessa Henry, Nevlin, Erlin, Nicole and Naisha John, Joan and Jerry Lyons, Michelle, Malika, Marlon and Desmond Lyons, Sonia Charles, Claudine Paul, Eva Francis, and Ambassador Ian Marshall. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends, including the Commissioner of Police and officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force, retired Commissioners of Police, especially Mr. Winston James, retired Deputy Commissioner Raymond Charles, and other retired officers of the RGPF, the Lyons family of Tivoli, Laurel Francis, Bernardine Felix and family, Petal Charles and family, Annie Leslie and family, Vernus Charles and family, the Hopkin family, Garvin Patras, Ali, the Palmer family, including Jean and Chris Palmer, and friends and neighbors of Upper Capitol, Cemetery Hill, Old Fort, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Dennis Lamore Henry of Upper Capitol St. Andrew, who resided at Cemetery Hill and Wilbrits Road, St. George's, will take place on Tuesday, January 16th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. George's Anglican Church, Church Street, and entombment will be at the St. George's Top Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Rita Delandro, also known as Grandmother or Sister D, of St. Paul's, who resided at John Anglais St. George, passed away on Sunday, 17th December, at the age of 83. She was a mother of Keith Edgehill, Allison Williams, Marcia, and Marcel Edgehill, the late Frederick Edgehill, Rachel Jacob, and Kristen Edgehill, grandmother of Corcel Andrew in the U.S., Rhonda Lee Lumsden, Raquel and Shakira Alexander, Jada, Rosie, and Kathy in the U.S., Linnell, Sarah, Jonathan, Aaron Williams in the U.S., Ariel in the U.S., Rahel, Josh, Ryan, Ashel Tyler, Anaya, Tyrone, Kyle, Ezekiel, Zehel, and Xavier Jacob of Madagascar, Arissa in the UK, and Dariel and Azel Edgehill, great-grandmother of 16 including Richard and Xavier, sister of Joan Delandro in the UK, mother-in-law of Frankie Williams, Jocelyn Jacob, Ricky English. Many other relatives and friends including the members of the Open Bible Churches, Sister Elaine Williams and family of Springs, Sister Arnold and family of Wester Hall, the Hagley family of Springs, Francis Jeremiah and family from Janangley, and neighbors and friends of Janangley and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Rita Delandro, also known as Grandmother, or Sister D of St. Paul's, who resided at John Anglais St. George, will take place on Wednesday, 17th January at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Springs Open Bible Church, St. George, and entombment will be at the Grandin Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Chantal Charles, also known as Shanta, of Woburn St. George, who resided at Mondelez St. Paul's, passed away on Tuesday, 19th December, at the age of 51. She was the mother of Akeem, Shanika, Lovell, and Rondell Charles, daughter of Cecilia Charles and Cosmos Aline, sister of Edith Charles, Soraya and O'Neill Aline, and Rocketson Webster, grandmother of Caden, Anaya and Jason, aunt of many including Johans, Isa, Johanna, Olivia, Gabby, Renaya, and Kareem. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including the Bruno family, the Batiste family of Grandans Valley, Smith family, Elaine family and Maharaj family of Lansapine, Webster family, Akisha Bruno, Margaret Marshall, Edith MacDonald, and Daybreak the Busman. Other friends and neighbors of St. Paul's, Woburn, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Chantal Charles, also known as Shanta of Woburn St. George, who resided at Mondelez St. Paul's, will take place on Thursday, 18th January at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Agape Ministries, River Road, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Walter Linton, also known as Raleigh of Chantymel St. Patrick, who resided at Montou, Grandon St. George, passed away on Friday, 22nd December 2023, at the age of 58. left to mourn his mother, Lucille Linton, wife, Wendy Ann Linton, children, Ronnie Mark, Caslin Telesford, Wenasha and Wenashon Linton, stepchildren, Wendell, Wenisha, and Wendonna Gay, 4 grandchildren, brothers Roger, Stephen, Johnny, Kenrick, and Peter, sisters Mabel and Mabel, sisters-in-law Hera, Deborah, and Denise, Uncle Emery Joseph in the USA, aunts Ozra Phillip in Trinidad, Cynthia Joseph, and Lina Batiste. Other relatives and friends including Everest Joseph, also known as Joey, Vivian Nash, also known as Reds, Matthew Alexis in the USA, the Linton, Frame, Joseph, and Batiste families, and friends and neighbours of Shantimel, Montu, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Walter Linton, also known as Raleigh of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided at Montu, Grandon, St. George, will take place on Wednesday, January 17th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at Bailey's Chapel according to Church of Christ rites, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Arthur Anthony Bullen, also known as Kobo, of Mardi Gras St. George, who resided in Miami, Florida, died on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Arthur Anthony Bullen, also known as Kobo, of Mardi Gras St. George, who resided in Miami, Florida, USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Doreen V. Sanderson Augustine of Pearl St. Andrew passed away on Thursday, 4th January, at the age of 68. The funeral for the late Doreen V. Sanderson Augustine of Pearl St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Hubert James of St. John Street, St. George's, passed away on Sunday, 19th November 2023, at the age of 84. The funeral for the late Hubert James of St. John Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Jacob Boney of Happy Hill, St. George, passed away on Sunday, 7th January, at the age of 67. The funeral of the late Jacob Boney of Happy Hill, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Rebecca Cynthia Antoine, also known as Granny of Guave St. John, passed away on Sunday, 7th January, at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements of the late Rebecca Cynthia Antoine of Guave St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. Dalton Bernard Langdon, also known as the Book and Big Stone of Annandale St. George, passed away on Saturday, 6th January, at the age of 93. The funeral for the late Dalton Bernard Langdon, also known as the Book and Big Stone of Annandale St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Winston Augustus Mitchell, also known as Mitch and Zoro, of Marley, who resided at Mount Craven St. Patrick and at Ladigue St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, January 1st, 2024, at the age of 76. The funeral arrangements for the late Winston Augustus Mitchell, also known as Mitch and Zorro, of Marley, who resided at Mount Craven St. Patrick and at Ladigue St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Wayne Louison of Calavini St. George, a well-known funeral director at Bailey's Funeral Home, passed away on Sunday, January 7th, 2024, at the age of 54. The funeral arrangements for the late Wayne Louison of Calavini St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ashley Christian Oliver of Park Estate St. David passed away on Saturday, December 30th, 2023, at the age of 75. The funeral arrangements for the late Ashley Christian Oliver of Park Estate St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Catherine Albert of Windsor Forest, who resided at Mount Tranquil St. David, passed away on Sunday, 31st December 2023, at the age of 95. The funeral arrangements for the late Catherine Albert of Windsor Forest, who resided at Mount Tranquil St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Jacqueline Cador of Grand Roy St. John passed away on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2023, at the age of 39. The funeral arrangements for the late Jacqueline Cador of Grand Roy St. John will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Elsa Burris, also known as Tanti of Marion St. George, died on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, at the age of 64. The funeral arrangements for the late Elsa Burris, also known as Tanti of Marion St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Agnes Maureen, also known as Ago of La Femme St. David, passed away on Monday, 1st January, at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements of the late Agnes Maureen of La Femme St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
John Augustine Bartholomew of Munich, who resided at Rivulet Lane, Grenville St. Andrew, passed away on Saturday, December 30th, 2023, at the age of 70. The funeral arrangements for the late John Augustine Bartholomew of Munich, who resided at Rivulet Lane, St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Daniel Doriel Gabriel of Petmotor St. David, former employee of Grenlick, passed away on Sunday, 24th December 2023 in the USA, at the age of 60. The funeral arrangements for the late Daniel Doriel Gabriel of Petmotor St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
I am Godwill James, an MD and a member of Gateway Assembly. Medically, death is regarded as an end or a cessation of life. Various groups have different perspectives about death. While some view death as an infeeble form of life, others also regard it as a continuation of life. As a Christian, death is largely regarded as a separation of the soul from the body. So, whichever way one may want to view death, I want to say that may the gentle soul of the departed rest in peace in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.
Celebrate 50 years of remarkable achievements with us. Get ready for an extraordinary lineup of events throughout January 2024, marking Grenada's Golden Jubilee. Kicking off the festivities on January 3rd, witness the grand unveiling of the CARICOM Roundabout. On January 19th, immerse yourself in youth-led discussions at the Dynamic Youth Leadership Summit. Groove to the rhythm on January 20th at the Independence Calypso semifinals, culminating in the finals on January 27th. Feel the spirit of gratitude at the Gospel Fusion concert on January 21st. Show your support on January 28th by participating in the Round the Island Flag Relay and Parish Sport events. Cap off the month with the spectacular launch of the 50th Independence Historic and Art Exhibition. And that's just the beginning. Brace yourself for a full-throttle February